You may be only one decision away from giving up, and the most dangerous part is that quitting may feel completely logical. You tell yourself, I've tried enough. Maybe this goal was never meant for me. Maybe it's time to be realistic. But before you bury your dream, understand this. Many people stop at the exact moment they are changing internally, simply because the results have not appeared externally yet. Stay until the end, because you will discover 3 things that happen when you refuse to quit, plus a simple 3-step method that can get you moving again, even when you have no motivation left. Almost every meaningful goal begins with excitement. You decide to transform your body, learn a new skill, build a business, grow a channel, or create a completely different life. At first, you feel energized. You imagine the future. You can almost see the moment you succeed. But then, something happens that nobody warns you about. The excitement fades. Results arrive more slowly than expected. The work becomes harder, and a quiet voice enters your mind. Maybe you were never made for this. That voice does not always shout. Sometimes it sounds calm, intelligent, and reasonable. It says, just rest today. You can start again tomorrow. Missing one day will not matter. But one day becomes a week. 1 week becomes a month. And suddenly, you realize you have moved far away from something that once mattered deeply to you. Here is the first truth. Quitting rarely begins with one dramatic decision. It begins with one small retreat. Dreams do not always die suddenly. Most of them are forgotten slowly. But what happens if you keep going right now? Will you suddenly succeed? No. Will every problem disappear? No. You may not even see a major result tomorrow. But something more important begins to happen. You prove to your own mind that your emotions are not in control of your life. You can feel tired and still continue. You can feel afraid and still take the next step. You can doubt yourself and still do what needs to be done. That is the moment discipline is born. Discipline means doing what must be done, especially when motivation is gone. But I still have not revealed the most important part. In a moment, you will understand why what you call failure may actually be proof that you are getting closer to change. Do not miss this part, because you may be misreading your own progress. On every meaningful journey, there comes a moment when you feel that everyone else is ahead of you. You see someone growing faster, someone succeeding sooner, someone with more confidence, more support, or more opportunities. And comparison begins. I am falling behind. I started too late. Maybe other people have something I do not, but you are only seeing the result they have today. You are not seeing their hidden failures. You are not seeing the nights they doubted themselves. You are not seeing the attempts that went nowhere. You are comparing one visible frame of their life with the entire behind-the-scenes struggle of your own. That comparison will never be fair. Never compare chapter 2 of your life with chapter 20 of someone else's. Their speed does not make your path meaningless. The only question that matters is this: are you even 1% further than the person you were yesterday? If the answer is yes, you are still moving. Now we reach the most dangerous part of the journey. The moment quitting no longer feels like failure. It feels like relief. For a few hours, you feel lighter. The pressure disappears. You no longer have to face uncertainty, but that relief has a price. The peace of quitting may last one night. The regret may stay with you for years. One day, you may look back and ask, what would have happened if I had continued just a little longer? So before you walk away, do not ask, do I still feel motivated? Ask, does this goal still matter to me? If the answer is yes, do not abandon the goal. Maybe you only need to change the method. Resting is not failure. Moving slowly is not failure. Asking for help is not failure. Changing the plan is not failure. Real failure is abandoning something deeply important to you only because the journey became difficult. If you are tired but not finished, like the video and subscribe to MOTIVRA. Here, simple lines create powerful stories, and do not leave yet. The most important transformation begins now, because what is being built inside you will outlast any result you achieve outside. When you continue without seeing results, the world does not change first. You do. Your behavior changes, then your habits change, then your standards change, and eventually your identity changes. You stop saying, "I am trying to become disciplined." You begin saying, "I am someone who does the work even without motivation." You stop saying, "I hope I can keep going." You begin saying, "I finish what I start." That change in language is really a change in identity. And identity shapes your daily decisions. If you see yourself as weak, every obstacle becomes a reason to stop. But when you see yourself as someone who may fall but always rises again, failure begins to mean something different. Failure is no longer evidence against you. It becomes information. It shows you what did not work. It reveals where you need to become stronger. It teaches you what skill you still need to develop, and it helps you approach the next attempt with greater intelligence. Now, the answer to the main question becomes clear. What happens when you refuse to quit? At first, your results may not change, but your ability to endure difficulty increases. Your decisions become stronger, and slowly, you become someone who no longer sees difficult goals as impossible. The problems do not necessarily become smaller. You become bigger. Fear may not disappear, but it no longer controls you. The path may not become shorter, but your steps become stronger. And now, here is the 3-step method I promised you. Whenever you feel like quitting, ask yourself these 3 questions. First, why did I begin this journey? Return to your real reason. Not the approval of others, not the expectations of people around you. Return to the reason that mattered when nobody was watching. Second, what is the smallest step I can take right now? Not the entire journey, just the next step. Exercise for 10 minutes, read 1 page, make 1 phone call, create 1 video, write 1 paragraph. A small step restarts movement. Third, who will I become tomorrow if I refuse to quit today? Every decision you make today is a vote for the person you are becoming. You do not transform through one dramatic moment. You transform by repeating small decisions. So when you fail again, and one day you will, do not call that moment the end of your story. Failure is only one dark frame in a much larger story. Your story is not over. Your future has not been written yet. And maybe the distance between your current life and the life you dream about is not more talent, not more luck, not more motivation. Maybe it is only one decision: to rise one more time. If you have decided not to quit, like this video and subscribe to MOTIVRA. In the comments, write "one more step." This is not just a comment. It is a promise you are making to yourself today. Share this video with someone who feels exhausted, hopeless, or close to giving up. You may be the reason they choose to take one more step today. This is MOTIVRA.